And here is a quick review of the quiz we took yesterday on 1.5 and 1.6, which is adding positives and negatives and also subtracting positives and negatives. The first one we had was -5 plus 7. One way to do this is to think of it on a number line. So if we had a number line drawn here, okay, and put 0 here, we want to start at -5. Okay, so here's -5. If you start here, you go back to -5. So we've done that. And then we want to add 7. Well, when you have a negative, you move to the left of the number line. When you have a positive, you move to the right. So for 7, we want to go from this point on and move 7 spaces to the right and look at where we stop, which is 2. So this equals 2. That's one explanation with the number line. Maybe you prefer the algebra tile approach, where if you look at -5, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives. Okay, and then you want to add 7 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, when you put a positive and negative together, that equals 0. Again, here's another 0 pair. So that equals 0. Another 0 pair. Another 0 pair. And another 0 pair. When you get all those 0 pairs all taken care of, look at what remains, and you've got 2 positives, which is another way to get that answer. Looking at this one here, again, we can do the number line. So let me go ahead and get a number line drawn here. Say we start at 0. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Again, start at 0. 13 means we go to the right. So if we start here, we're going to 13. And then we want to add -8. Well, negative means we go left. So now from here, we go back 8 spaces, which takes us to 5. Okay, so that's the number line approach. You could also do the algebra tile approach, where I'm just going to put pluses and minuses. We start with 13, so we're going to have 13 pluses here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now I want to add in 8 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. These are all 0 pairs. Here's a 0 pair. Look at what remains. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive that remain, which also gets us that answer. This one here, we could do the number line once again. Okay, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so we start at 0. 5 positive means we go to the right. So if we start here, we go 5 to the right. We've done this. Now -6, which means we go back 6, and we end up at -1. The algebra tile approach, we start with 5 positives. Okay. Now we want to take away 6. Well, we don't have 6 to take away. This is when we add in the 0 pair. So if we add in positive and a negative. Alright, so we got this positive and negative pair, and this is a 0 pair. Now that we've done that, we have 6 to take away. So if we look at all of these and take them away, so now these are all gone, look at what remains. 1 negative. which is what we also got there. Okay, on this one here, using the algebra tiles, or I'm sorry, yeah, algebra tiles. So we've got 12 positives, we want to take away 3 negatives. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12 positives there. We want to take away 3 negatives. Well, as we look here, we only have positives. We don't have any negatives to take away. So we're going to have to manipulate this so that we do have 3 negatives without changing the value. So if we add in the 0 pairs, plus and a minus, plus and a minus, plus and a minus, these are all 0. This is still 12. We haven't changed the value. So now that we've got this, we got 12 positives here. We got our 3 0 pairs. We have 12. We want to take away 3 negatives. Well, these 3 negatives, if we take those away, now we're left with, there's 12 positives here, 3 positives here, which gives us 15. And another way to think about it is when you take away negative, it's really like adding a positive. And you have these, I know some of you may have learned that there's 2 negatives next to each other here. You can change it to a plus plus. So this can also change to this, which means it's 12 plus 3, which is also 15. So whether you prefer this way or prefer this way, you still get the same answer of 15. On this one here, we got several things going on here. We're going to follow the order of operations. So starting from the left side, we're going to work our way across to the right. We've got addition and we've got subtraction. Those are done at the same time, whichever comes first, left to right. So here we've got 8 negatives and 2 positives. So if you want to look at it on the number line, get this here, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's negative 8. Well, we're starting at 0. We go back to negative 8 because when it's negative we go left. We've done this. Now add 2. Well, that means they're positive 2, so you want to go to the right 2 spaces on the number line, and you end up right here, which is negative 6. So this is negative 6 minus negative 10. Okay. So if we think about this with the algebra tile approach, now that we've got, from this point on, we've got 6 negatives, so I'm going to put that right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We want to take away 10 negatives. Well, we only have 6. We don't have 10 to take away. So we're going to have to add some negatives in here without changing this value of negative 6 to start with. So in order to do so, that's a 0 pair. This all still equals negative 6. Here's another 0 pair, another 0 pair, another 0 pair. So these all equal, this all equals negative 6. We haven't changed the value. So now we have, this is still negative 6 here. So we have negative 6, take away 10 negatives. Well now, here's 10 negatives. If we take all those away, so now these are all gone, we're left with 4 positives. So this is equal to 4.